Pues un placer estar con ustedes la mañana de hoy. Mi nombre es Ingrid Vila, presidenta y cofundadora de Cambio, una organización que se dedica a promover acciones sostenibles y políticas sostenibles para Puerto Rico. Soy ingeniera de formación y hoy los voy a llevar un poco distinto a los presentadores previos. Los voy a llevar un poco en un viaje al 2075. So I want to share with you a feature article on Puerto Rico written in the year 2075. The air is fragrant with blooming guava and ocean salt. From the rooftop of a low-rise building in Mayagüez, I can see a glittering patchwork of solar films stretching across homes, schools, and public buildings, thin as leaves, humming with stored sunlight. Welcome to the future as imagined and built by Puerto Ricans themselves, a vision realized through radical intention, scientific imagination, and a deep commitment to place. 50 years ago, the island stood at a crossroads, battered by hurricanes, besieged by fragile infrastructure, and tied to an unsustainable energy system. But today, it is an archipelago that thrives on its own terms, fully powered by clean energy and community willpower. Solar films produced on island using local materials instead of rare earths not only adorn nearly every surface, but also form the backbone of one of Puerto Rico's most successful export industries. Storage is solved not with lithium, but with living systems, bacteria-based batteries that breathe and hold charge like sponges. And when a battery or solar sheet reaches the end of its useful life, it's recovered. Its materials reborn into another use. Nothing is wasted. In Arecibo, we walk along a rewilded riverside promenade. 50 years ago, these rivers ran clogged with contaminated runoff. Today, they meander clean, protected by carefully restored watersheds that blend high-tech monitoring with old ecological wisdom. There are no water treatment plants, none are needed. Water is potable at the source, filtered by integrated ecosystems maintained by citizens who steward the land. Sensors quietly monitoring microbial balances, sediment loads, and natural filtration efficiency send open data to public dashboards. We don't treat the water, says a young hydrologist I meet on the path. We care for the forest, and the forests take care of the water. Cities like Bayamón feel open, light, accessible. Gone are the gated communities, the car-choked boulevards, and the isolating fences of yesterday. In their place, shaded walkways of porous surfaces that cool the ground by allowing water to percolate, passing through a circulating system that guides rainwater back into the aquifer. Trees act as public infrastructure. Public housing flows into green plazas, seamlessly integrating with parks, schools, and cafes. And cars? Scarcely seen. They're relegated to specific zones and are available through car-sharing programs, but they have rendered unnecessary for most people. People walk or ride bikes, not because they have to, but because it's enjoyable. For longer distances, El Coquí Express, Puerto Rico's island-spanning electric light rail, connects rural areas with urban centers in minutes. Built after years of participatory planning and in conversation with every region it touches, no town feels forgotten. It runs on algae-derived biofuels and community pride. It's not just transportation, it's a symbol of unity. Puerto Rico's economy, once defined by external dependence, now hums with elegant circularity. 90% of the food consumed is grown locally, part of a regional agricultural consortium where food production is coordinated and fair and transparent trade ensured. Every organic scrap becomes compost. Every manufactured item, whether a piece of furniture or a fridge, comes with a clear path back into the production cycle. Plastic, that relic of another age, is gone, replaced by compostable plant-based fibers made from native agricultural byproducts. I visit a workshop in Guayama, where old appliances are lovingly repaired, parts repurposed, and materials cataloged for re-entry into other production lines. It's a bustling space filled with young apprentices learning trades along older technicians. Here, nothing is trash, the manager tells me. Everything becomes something else. It's not just the land that's healthier. Puerto Ricans themselves are thriving. The shift to local food and clean water, combined with walkable, healthy environments and meaningful work, has slashed chronic disease rates. Technology assists without overwhelming. Repetitive tasks, once sapping energy and time, are delegated to machines. But the soul of the society is unmistakably human. 50 years of investment in education has paid off. Critical thinking, innovation, arts, and civic responsibility are second nature. In a classroom in Arroyo, a 10-year-old presents her design for a next-generation algae battery. It's a school project, but also a business proposal. We don't memorize here, says the teacher. We imagine. In San Juan Santurce district, where once abandoned buildings now house co-op studios and clean tech incubators, Puerto Rico's quiet revolution is best observed not in grand gestures, but in smart policy and equitable solutions. Thanks to El Fondo de Equiparación El Conuco, a bold redistributive initiative funded by a 10% share of earnings from homegrown patents, every Puerto Rican enjoys a universal basic income, turning dignity into policy and potential into practice. Key sustained public investments in the University of Puerto Rico, long a wellspring of talent, has enabled the public university to become a regional research and development powerhouse. Academic rigor meets pragmatism as work is guided to developing cutting-edge solutions to problems faced in the archipiélago and the Caribbean. Whether it's climate-resilient housing prototypes tested in Vieques or microgrid systems now exported to other Caribbean nations, innovation here isn't siloed in labs, proof that equity and excellence can in fact be island-made. In the skies above, a marvel of engineering, Puerto Rico's contribution to global climate resilience. Known simply as Oya, in honor of the African Yoruba goddess of wind and lightning, this energy-diverting invention identifies hurricane-forming systems off the coast of Africa and captures the energy long before they become dangerous storms. That energy is redirected to support African nations with clean electricity, a poetic reversal of colonial trade winds. At the political level, Puerto Rico plays a key role in the Coalición del Caribe, a visionary regional alliance that enables free movement of goods, services, and people across member nations. Developed from the Full Free Movement program initiated in 2025 by Belize, Dominica, and other island nations, Caribbean citizenship means a young Puerto Rican farmer can study soil science in Barbados and work in aquaponics in Jamaica before returning home to apply it in her own community. Every Sunday, in plazas across the island, citizens gather, not in protest, but in co-governance. These aren't town halls, these are decision-making assemblies, informed by open data and guided by consensus. A mix of scientists, farmers, policymakers, and everyday people debate how to prioritize conservation efforts or how to fine-tune transport routes. Democracy here is neither top-down nor symbolic. It's lived, practiced, felt. Learning from the radical transformation Puerto Rico achieved between 1925 and 1975, shifting from an agrarian and impoverished society to a semi-industrial and modern one, Puerto Ricans in 2025 knew that a new transformation was again possible. Puerto Rico 2075 is not a utopia. It's better than that. It's real. Healthy, equitable, creative, optimistic, and sustainable. And from this vantage point, sunlight gleaming on rooftops, laughter echoing from a nearby plaza, the quiet rumble of El Coquí Express in the distance, it is clear the island didn't just imagine a better future, it built it.
Wow.